What's going on, everyone? My name's Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Radical Red, like always. And today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon Radical Red using only Gold's team? Now, Gold's team is actually way different than what I imagined it. From the manga, we're stripping it from the manga. He has like 30 different Pokemon, so we're just gonna base it off of all the Pokemon in his rotation team, not in his boxes, not his release or anything. Just on his rotation team, he has a Sunflora, he has a Typhlosion, he has a Politoed, he has an Ambipom, he has a Sudowoodo, and he has a Pichu and a Togekiss. So as an interesting lineup, I was expecting more of the standard Typhlosion, Ampharos, Gyarados trio, but apparently none of those are on his team. With that being said though, we are planning to use, well, at least 6 of his Pokemon. We're not going to use Pichu, okay? That's the basic point. If we come down to it where Pichu's our only option, where we can't find anything else in the randomizer, we're going to use Pichu, but plan is not to use Pichu. We're going to use all 6 of his good Pokemon, and of course we're nicknaming them after you guys in the comments. So thank you so much for leaving a comment in the previous challenge video. If you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my challenge video, just drop it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. While you guys are also down there, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge videos just like this one, and subscribe if you're not already. If you guys haven't seen that Mario Party video I've dropped like 2 days ago, check it out also, you know, get that bumping in views. If you guys can, just drop a like on that one as well. Anyways, done with my rambling, let's get into the challenge video itself. To start off with, of course, we're going to start out with a Quilava. It takes only like 2 or 3 attempts at randomizing, as you see from the background while in my introduction. Once we get out of the lab, we're going to head north of Viridian City into the entrance of the forest, and from there though, we're actually given the Pokénav. Once we're given the Pokénav, we're going to head back into Route 1, and we're going to search through it because each route has different encounters, and in Route 1, we actually found a Politoed. So that's great for us from the start. We're not going to want his hidden ability, which is Drizzle. We actually want his water absorb ability, because that is much better in my opinion. So that's going to help us down the way, because we also have a fire type on team. We don't want to hinder ourselves using it. So we're going to catch ourselves a Politoed with water absorb. We have a fully evolved Politoed and a second stage Quilava just from the get-go, so we're doing pretty well. We caught ourselves a Raichu just in case we could breed it and get a Pichu. Again, that's a last resort thing. I don't want to actually do that. So from there though, we're gonna head into the first city of the game with a gym. It's gonna be Pewter City after heading through the forest. In this, we have to fight against a Falconer in the museum. We're gonna start the battle against Falconer. We're gonna hypnosis down his Wingo, you know, put that thing down using our double slapping Politoed. Of course, we have water absorb, so if he sleep talks, we regain HP. We're gonna knock down the Mocha using our Quilava and send in my Politoed to Skull it and knock it down eventually, burn it eventually, and then knock it out. Then we're going to face off against Brock. Brock's going to be the first gym leader of the game. He's going to be a rock type gym leader, and he's going to start the battle using his Geodude. I'm starting with my Politoed. I'm going to Scald it. Didn't get the burn. Scald it again, knock him out. Then he's going to send out Vulpix. He hits me with a Him Power. I think it's electric, but he's going to get knocked down easily. Then he's going to send out his Onix. I lift a Bulldoze, and then I Scald, burn it, and then Scald again, knock it out. So Politoed is very much carrying us through the first stage of the game. We're going to head into the entrance of Mount Moon, and right before we head into Mount Moon, we find ourselves some Sunfloras. And this is a surprise to me. I didn't know Gold has Sunfloras on his team, and which is actually a good thing. In this ROM hack, in Radical Red, Sunfloras actually boosted up, so their stats are pretty good in terms of that. And also gains a different typing. It's grass and fire type opposed to just grass type, so it's actually pretty useful. It's really tanky. You'll see how tanky it is coming up. But going through Mount Moon, we're going to clear it pretty easily. Oh, there's some Tyrannosaurs in here, some monster Pokemon in here. That's why I really like randomizers, just because the difficulty level goes up as you randomize, because, you know, there's a bunch of harder Pokemon to face off against, obviously, so it's harder to gauge the power level of each Pokemon. So from there though, we're gonna head into Cerulean City. We're gonna try to face off against Misty in her gym, and it does not go so well. We get bodied. What we have to do is clear through Nugget Bridge and the route right after, get the TM for Flame Charge, teach that on a Quilava, and then rematch against Misty. Now Misty can start with a Frogadier. She's always going to use Grass Knot first, so if I use Flame Charge against the Frogadier, I'm able to hit it again using Ember. Does not knock him out though. He's going to Flip Turn, almost knock on my Quilava, and then his Floatzel will come out, is going to knock me out. Send in my Slumphora. He's going to Flip Turn into his Frogadier, which I'm going to Giga Drain, get my HP back, of course, with my Berry. Then he's going to send out his Floatzel again. He's going to Flip Turn again, send in his Starmie. I'm going to keep Giga Draining until I get my HP back. I get all my HP back against the Starmie and knock it out. And as well for the Floatzel, I one-shot it, knock it out. Misty goes down pretty easily using our Sunflora. And then from there though, we're going to head into Vermilion City, do some looking around. There's no other Pokemon we could find for a very long time, so we have to wait it out. We beat down Brendan as well to get the lucky eggs. Right before we head into the next gym, we're going to go into the daycare, put our Quilava into the daycare, get ourselves to level 35. Right before we head 36, of course, we want our Quilava to evolve. So once we head into the SSN and then head into Lieutenant Surge's gym, we're going to clear through the trainers in both, and then our core level will be at the right level to evolve into a Typhlosion. So once we get a Typhlosion, we're going to face off against Lieutenant Surge in Surge's gym, and then we're going to start the battle using our Typhlosion against his Pinchurchin. He's going to send out I'm going to Power Punch it as a Vogue Switch into his Raichu. I'm able to Bulldoze it once as he Nasty Plots, and then Quick Attack knocks him out. Then he's going to send out his Pinchurchin again. I'm able to Bulldoze once again. He's going to Vogue Switch into his Vigavolt. Rock Tomb will kind of slow him down, but will knock me out using Bug Buzz. Then I'm going to send out my Politoed. Politoed is able to knock him out. Eventually, he actually outstalls him even though he has Roost. And then he's going to send out his Pinchurchin again. I almost kill it. Does not knock him out. Then he can knock me out. Send out my Sunflora. I'm able to Growth run in front of it. I Growth twice as he used Skulls against me, and then Giga Drain knocks him out. He can send out his Manectric. I outstalled Manectric, and then Giga Drain will kill him in 2 shots. And down goes Lieutenant Surge. Gym badges are going pretty easily, but the upcoming gyms get a little difficult. Once we head into the entrance of Rock Tunnel, we're gonna clear through this, try to search out for any Pokemon. Of course, we didn't get any. We can get some more levels. Level cap is level 44 about. So once we head into Rock Tunnel, we're gonna clear through Rock Tunnel. Once we leave Rock Tunnel, we realize we need some more Pokemon. So we're gonna head into the Shard Dealer, try to get some more Pokemon. We're gonna reset until we find some new Pokemon. It doesn't happen though, so we gotta go through the hard way. We gotta reset the time into nighttime and then jump a few days. We gotta re-encounter some new Pokemon through the routes. We actually found some new Pokemon. We found a Pichu in the wild, so we have that if we want, but we don't want that. As we head north of Cerulean City, we're gonna face off against a Togetic here. We're gonna catch ourselves a Togetic to get a Togekiss, obviously. And then we're gonna go back into Route 1 on a different day. We found ourselves an Apom. And then we're in Dex Nav it until we get a fake out Apom, which is fantastic. We love a fake out Apom. And then just by pure luck, we go back into Cerulean City. We head into the route where the Nugget Bridge is, and we found ourselves a Sudowoodo. So we have a full team for once. We finally get a full team in these randomizers, but finally it happens. I still haven't seen a Skarmory ever in the randomizer in the wild. I saw a Lapras this time, but I did not see a Skarmory at all. So if I ever want to do Steven's team again, which I would never, I don't think I could find a Skarmory still. Anyways, we're going to start training up our Pokemon, because our Pokemon are very weak in levels. All these trainers are randomized, of course, so, you know, a bunch of XP just going around. And once we're level 44 about, we're going to face off against Erika. Now, Erika decides to not play around, so she body us multiple times, as you can see. So I will have to go back into Cerulean City and then teach my Togekiss Air Slash. Once I have Air Slash, we're going to fight against Erika in her gym. So we're going to start the battle using our Typhlosion. Our Typhlosion actually has a new ability. His hidden ability is Blazing Soul. If his HP is max, his fire moves gets a priority. So that is kind of scary. So we're going to start the battle using our Typhlosion. Lava Plume will one-shot the Rillaboom in the face. That's it. That's done. All is done. We're going to teach our Sudowoodo counter, which will be useful going forwards. I'm going to switch out my Typhlosion and preserve him and switch into my Politoed. Once I switch into my Politoed, I'm going to let it die to the Sudowoodo. I actually get a burn with Scald. Then switch into my Ambipom to fake out and then Power Up Punch it. It's going to hit itself in confusion. Get 2 Power Up Punches up against it and then double hit the Superior to knock it out. Then it's going to send out his Meganium. I decided to sack my Ambipom against him. Then send in my Sunflora against him. I'm going to grow in front of it, just Giga Drain it down. I get the Meganium down on HP and then send in my Typhlosion to Lava Plume, knock it out. And then I send in my Sudowoodo against the Venusaur, trying to do some damage using Rock Slide. Well, that's about it. That's all I could really do. Then I'm going to send in my Togekiss to Air Slash it, do a little damage to it, and then send in my Typhlosion to Lava Plume, knock him out in 2 shots. And we just barely escape Erika like that because she missed a move. Anyways, from there though, we're going to head into the Rocket Hideout. We're going to clear through the Rocket Hideout as best as we can. Trying to get some more levels on our Pokemon to level 47, of course. Once we're done with that, we're going to face off against Giovanni himself. And Giovanni takes a few attempts, as you can see from the background. But eventually, we're able to knock him down using our Pokemon. And geez, that took a little bit longer than I wanted to. Anyways, from there though, we're going to head into Lavender Tower. In Lavender Tower, there's some broken Pokemons everywhere. We're going to clear through the Shiny Superior, which is actually easier than the Marowak, so that's great. We're going to get the Pokeflute. Once we get the Pokeflute, we actually face off against the Snorlax in here. We're going to Thief it and then get the leftovers from it. Then head into Silph Code. Silph Code, of course, is going to be filled with Team Rocket members. We're going to clear through all of this, get all our XP, and of course get all the items in here. The items in here are very important to us. And then from there, we're going to beat down our rival, then face off against Ariana and Archer. Of course, our Typhlosion is very broken because he has a priority move in any fire move he uses, so that's very good for us. I never actually learned Eruption. I think it might be like a egg move or something, or maybe like a previous learned move that I need like a mushroom for, but I never learned eruption throughout this game, so that's why that's a problem. Anyways, we're gonna face off against Giovanni next. We're gonna clear through Giovanni pretty easily, as you can see from the background. Once we beat down Giovanni, we're gonna face off against the hardest gym leader in the game for us. We're gonna face off against Sabrina. Now Sabrina's a psychic type gym leader, and she does a lot of damage. She's a double battle too, so I mean, I try our best, you know. Gets knocked down on every single occasion apparently. Look at this. Nothing I could really do to stop it. She's just massacring us. So our plan is to start the battle using our Togekiss and our Sudowoodo to start off with. I'm going to air slash the Indeedee, then rock slide, hopefully flinch down the Hatterene as well. Once that's done, we're going to air slash the Indeedee once again, and then hopefully head smash and we'll knock out the Hatterene. Does not knock him out. It's going to trick room up for us, which is great. We're going to let the Hatterene attack us once, but then we're going to head smash into the Gardevoir to knock it out. We have Citrus Berry on both our opponents, so we can survive any hits. And then after head smash knocks out the Gardevoir, our Air Dazzling Gleam will knock out the Hatterene for us. And then Porygon 2 and Congador comes out next. I'm able to survive a hit using my Togekiss, air slash him down to half HP. Sending my Sunflora next. Everyone misses every single move apparently, but I'm able to air slash knock out the Congador for us. He's gonna send out his Crawdon and his Porygon 2. Here I'm getting Giga Drain, survive a Liquidate, get my HP back, and then knock out the Crawdon. And then last Pokemon on our team is a Porygon 2, so all I gotta do is air slash it. By the way, I actually switched my Togekiss ability to Serene Grace. It's almost a guarantee that's gonna flinch, and you can see how much I abuse this going down the line. Anyways, we're gonna head into Future City next. We're gonna face off against Brendan, and of course, oh, Brendan is such a laughable man. I mean, he's the only thing I don't worry about. I mean, I didn't even level up for this battle. I mean, I wasn't expecting too much from it, so I knocked him out easily. So from there, though, we're gonna head into the Safari Zone. In the Safari Zone, we don't need too much in here, so we don't have to check out the Pokemon. We gotta get the HM for Surf and also the Golden Teeth. From there, though, I mean, I'm just messing around in Safari Zone. Nothing else for us to do. Maybe there's a lucky egg for us in the Blissies. Never caught a Blissey. But anyways, we're gonna face off against Koga next. Koga is going to be the 6th gym leader of the game, and of course he's going to be pretty difficult. So we're going to start off the battle using our Ambipom against him. We're going to fake out and then double hit the Quillfish. He gets a Taunt off, which, I mean, it doesn't really help him at all. So he's going to send out his Selgor next. I'm going to switch into my Sunflora. He's going to knock out my Sunflora, which is unfortunate. But I'm able to send in my Typhlosion next to have him at full HP. Flamethrower will knock him out just like that. Then he's going to send out his Greninja next. I'm going to switch into my Ambipom. He's going to survive a Surf, which is great, because he has a +4 priority move, which is very useful. He's gonna fake out, get him down to very low HP with Technician, and then he's gonna knock me out, get his Battle Bond, hit himself with Life Orb, so he's in range of my Flamethrower. That Flamethrower will knock him out. Then he's gonna send out his Dragapult next. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp, get some residual damage on it. Then he's gonna send out his Drapon. He's gonna one-shot me, which is tough. Can't do too much about that. Then I'm gonna send my Togekiss, Dazzling Gleam with 2-shot it. Then he's gonna send out his Toxicity. I'm gonna let my Togekiss go down. Sudowoodo is able to head smash, get him down to low HP, and then Sucker Punch will knock him out. Then Sucker Punch down the Dragon Ball to do some damage, and then my Politoed will finish off the battle against Koga, and we beat down Koga. Now with the accessibility of Surfing, we could go down to Seafoam Island to face out against Price. Now what's important for us to beat down Price, I do some chip damage with my Sudowoodo, and then my Typhlosion will finish things off against the Mr. Mime and the Glalie. And then once we beat Price, we are given the Choice Scarf, which is, oh my god, it's insanely good. We'll see how good it is soon, but once we're done with that, we have to face against Chuck, because Chuck will give us the Expert Belt. The Expert Belt will boost super effective moves against the opponents, so we need that item. And then from there, though, we are going to head into Cinnabar Island. Once again, we got to face off against Jasmine, because Jasmine has the Choice Band. Typhlosion will destroy her entire team using the Expert Belt himself. So once we're done with that, we beat down Jasmine. We're going to face off against Cinnabar Island's gym leader, which is going to be Blaine. Blaine's going to be the fire type gym leader, and we're going to start the battle using our Togekiss, which has a Choice Scarf on it. Main key of this, I'm going to put the Choice Scarf on Togekiss for the entire game, basically, because we want a fast air slash, because it flinched down most of the Pokemon in this game. We're able to flinch down Torkoal, and he's going to send out his Typhlosion next. I'm going to switch into my Politoed, take the Eruption, and then break its Blazing Soul. From there, though, he can knock out my Politoed, which is fine. I'm sending my Ambipom, fake out will knock him out. Then he's going to send out his Cinderace next. He's going to knock out my Sunflora, which is unfortunate. I send out my Sudowoodo. He is going to Rock Slide, will knock him out. I should have Head Smash. I'm not sure why I didn't Head Smash, but I'm able to knock him out using my Sudowoodo, which is fine. Then he's going to send out his Venusaur next. He can knock me out. Then I'm going to send him my own Typhlosion, put him Flamethrower, and then he's going to send up Sun for me, so Flamethrower will knock him out easily. Then he's going to send out Sunflora. Sunflora has Earth Power, so I get kind of afraid of that. Switch into my Togekiss, Air Slash, flinch him down constantly. Look at that. Serene Grace Air Slash will knock him out easily, and then he's gonna send out his Charizard. I'm gonna Thunder Wave it, get some Air Slash off, and then apparently he breaks through paralysis and Serene Grace Air Slash, which is insane. I'm gonna send in my Ambipom. I'm gonna fake out, then double hit it. Will knock him out. Then I'm gonna head into Cerulean Cave, where Brendan's gonna need us to beat down Team Rocket. We're gonna beat down Archer. Takes a little bit to beat down Archer, but after we beat down Archer, only 2 members of our team remains. Once we get into the fight with Ariana, we have to flinch down her Hatterene, flinch down the rest of her team. All her team members need to be flinched down before we can get past her, but her team's actually considerably easier than Archer's team. So we can beat down Ariana easily, and then we're going to face off against Giovanni in his double battle with Lance. In this battle, Togekiss is actually very important to face off against Giovanni. I'm on the left after Scrafty gets burned. I just air slash everything on the left so Diogo can put some damage on it, and then eventually we just put it down. You know, that's it for Giovanni and Team Rocket as a whole. So after that, we're going to head into the 8th gym of the game, which is going to be Clair's gym. Clair is going to have a mixed bag of a team. We're going to start the battle using our Sudowoodo against her, and then we're going to head smash the Aerodactyl, then Sucker Punch it, take no damage and no rocks up. Then she can send out her Magnera next. I'm going to switch out into my Typhlosion. Then I'm going to burn up or knock him out in one shot, just like that. She can send out Dragonite next. I'm trying to Will-O-Wisp it. It's going to knock me out, which is fine. Send in my Sudowoodo once again. I'm going to Toxic it and then counter whatever moves it wants to do. And then I'm going to Sucker Punch it, will knock him out. Then he's going to send out his Naganadel, do some chip damage using my Sucker Punch, and then I'm going to switch into my Ambipom. Ambipom is able to knock him out using Fake Out, and I got to sack my Sunflora, I guess. Then I can knock him out using Fake Out. Then she's going to send out a Duraludon. I'm going to switch into my Togekiss to avoid a Draco Meteor. I miss a move, which is great. Then I'll get the Thunder Wave it, and then Air Slash it down easily. So, just like that, we knock out the Duraludon, and then it's going to send out Dragovich. It's going to knock out my poor Togekiss. And my Politoed's in the back. Luckily, it actually knocks out the Dragovich because it's locked in one move. And down goes Clair. Next up, we're going to face out against Gary west of Viridian City. We are going to clear through his team easily, as you see in the background. Once we're done with that, we got to face off against Brendan once again. And Brendan decides to stack up on Legendaries. Too bad he's really bad at using them because we just down his team easily. Maybe he's bad at using them, or maybe we're actually just really broken. Because Gold's team is actually looking pretty nice. All you gotta do in this game is use priority moves. If you have priority moves down, you are able to just lock down everyone. So once we knock down Brendan's team, we're gonna head into Victory Road itself. Clear through Victory Road is easy. You know, don't have to fight anyone because there is someone in Lavender Town to get all the XP from. Once we get through Victory Road, we're gonna face off against the Elite Four itself. Finally, in the Elite Four, we're gonna face off against Lorelei first. Lorelei is going to be quite different from how we always battle her. We're actually going to try to not abuse Water Absorb. We're going to face off against her Ice team first. So she's going to start the battle using her Ninetales and her Glaceon. We're going to start the battle using our Typhlosion and Ambipom. We're going to fake out the Glaceon so it gets flinched. We're going to burn up, knock out the Ninetales in one shot so it avoids any Aurora Veil situation. I put leftovers on my Typhlosion to negate the hail damage, of course. Then it's going to send out his Calyrex next, which is kind of scary. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to Flamethrower, knock out the Glaceon. Just take care of that real quick. Then Thunder Wave down the Calyrex. Luckily, it's paralyzed. It is super slow, so I wasn't surprised by that at all. So I'm going to switch out my Typhlosion into my Politoed. I get paralyzed from his Rotom, which is fine. I survive a Glacial Lance easily, just from both of my Pokemon. And that's the only move it gets off, which is kind of pathetic. So I swagger down the Calyrex and then Iron Tail it. And then it doesn't hit anything. That's the last time it'll attack. So I'll try to Hypnosis down the Rotom. I'm going to Iron Tail once again using my Ambipom. Then it hits itself in confusion and the Calyrex goes down. Azumarill is asleep, so I'm just going to try to swagger down the Azumarill again. I send in my Typhlosion after my Ambipom goes down. I'm going to swagger down the Azumarill once more and then Flamethrower, knock out the Abomasnow. And then her final two Pokemon will be the Azumarill and the Rotom. Azumarill is going to Aqua Jet, knock out my Typhlosion, which is fine. I'm going to send in my Sunflora. It's going to knock out the Azumarill and then knock out the Rotom, and that is the end of Lorelei. So that battle went pretty easy. I mean, luckily the Calyrex doesn't do any damage. Apparently the Ghost one is very good. The Ice one's not that good. Anyways, we're gonna face off against Bruno next, and Bruno, long history, normally very strong. So we're gonna start the battle using a Typhlosion. We're gonna use Scorching Sand against him. Actually, does a lot of damage as he tries to taunt us because we have Toxic on our Pokemon. Then we're gonna burn up, knock him out in one shot. Then it's going to sound like Conqueror next. I'm going to switch it into my Togekiss because Togekiss could take any hits besides, I don't know, Ice moves. So I'm going to flinch down the Conqueror just like that. That's it. Then it's going to sound like Zacian next. I'm going to switch into my Ambipom, which, you know, I got to sack it. Unfortunate. Sorry, Ambipom. Then I'm going to send in my Sudowoodo. I'm going to counter any move he uses because I am sturdy. Zudo gets a KO on Zacian and then goes down. Then I'm going to send in my Typhlosion against Lucario. Flamethrower will knock him out. Then he's going to send out his Urshifu. I am going to sack my Politoed, which is fine. It takes a Wicked Blow, which is impressive by Politoed. Then I send in my Sunflora. Sunflora does not do any damage, so I gotta send in my Togekiss. Luckily, I am just throwing away my battle. I knock out the Urshifu in one shot, then knock out the Como in 2 shots, and we beat Bruno. Next up, we're gonna face off against Agatha. Agatha is gonna be the Ghost type Elite Four member. Ironically, she's gonna start with a Fairy Dark type. So we're gonna start with our Ambipom. We're gonna fake it out, then double hit it, we'll knock him out easily. Then send out his Marshadow next. I am kind of worried because I can't Thunder Wave it, so I switch into my Togekiss next. I'm able to Air Slash it. Then, it gets down to red HP, so I gotta switch out into my Sudowoodo. I take a Special Thief easily, then Sucker Punch will knock him out. Then he can send out a Spectrier next. I'm going to Sucker Punch it once again. Get some chip damage on it. Let's knock out my Sudowoodo, but I again have priority using my Typhlosion, so Flamethrower will knock him out easily. Can send out a Hydro Gun next. Send in my Ambipom, try to get a Fake Out on it, does not work out, so gotta sack my Ambipom for no reason. Then I'm gonna Dazzling Gleam using my Togekiss, does not work out, he's gonna send in a Gengar. Then I'm gonna send in my Politoed. I have to sack my Politoed to the Gengar, which is unfortunate, so I can send in my Typhlosion once again. Burn Up will knock out the Gengar easily. Then he's gonna send out his Hydro Gun once again. Sack my Sunflora. There's a lot of sacking going on, but eventually we'll knock out my Sunflora. I get Sun Up, which is nice. Lucky for us, Togekiss will knock him out using Dazzling Gleam. And of course, the final Pokemon will drag. I survive a Phantom Force from it, which is pretty nice. Get a Dazzling Gleam off, will knock him out, and then down goes Dragapult. I thought I really lost that because Dragapult couldn't knock out my Pokemon, so luckily we escaped that. Anyways, we're gonna head into the next Elite Four member, which is gonna be Lance. Lance is gonna be the Dragon type Elite Four member. That's why he starts with a Rock Flying type. But we're going to start using our Politoed. We're going to Scald it, burn it, knock it out in one turn. Then he's going to send on his Dragonite next. I'm going to switch into my Togekiss actually, as he tries to use Outrage. I'm able to Thunder Wave the incoming Melmetal, which is nice. Then switch into my Sunflora. Does not do too much damage against me, but I'm able to Fiery Dance it as I go down, which is fine. Send in my Typhlosion next. Typhlosion does scare him out, so I'm going to double into my Sudowoodo as he switch out into Dragonite. Then I'm going to counter his Outrage and then knock him out. Then he's going to send his Dragovich next. Don't get caught with that. I switch into my Politoed and I'm able to get a Hypnosis off in the incoming Dialga. And then from there though, I'm able to send in my Sudowoodo. He's going to Sleep Talk, knock out my Sudowoodo. Switch into my Typhlosion to burn up it and Flamethrower it. Do some damage using my Ambipom as well. Thunder Wave gets him down. And then a burn up just barely does not knock him out. So I got to send in my Togekiss to Air Slash it down. It actually works out pretty well. He has flinched down multiple times, so I knock him out. Then he's going to send out his Melmetal next. I'm able to Air Slash him down easily. Then he's going to send out his Dragovich, switch into my Politoed. Now, since he's in with his Dragovich, I'm able to Ice Beam, since he's going to switch out into Salamence. We'll knock out the Salamence, and then he's going to switch into his Dragovich. He's going to lock himself into Outrage as I switch into my Togekiss. And this is just outplaying. This is 10,000 IQ stuff right here. We knock out Dragovich. We outplay Lance like crazy with all the switches. But yeah, that is it. That's it for Lance. Anyways, we can head into the next Elite Four member, which is going to be the champion of the game, which is going to be Gary. We're going to start the battle using our Politoed. We're going to Scald down the Pheromosa. It takes a few attempts, you can see. This is how many takes it takes. Eventually, once we Scald down the Pheromosa, it's going to get to red HP on its Focus Edge and then get burned, gets knocked out in one turn. And that's our whole goal of this. This takes way longer than 30%. Anyways, once we knock out the Pheromosa, it's going to send his Metagross. It can knock out my Politoed, which is fine. I send in my Typhlosion after it. Burn Up will knock out the Metagross in one shot. Then he's going to send out his Groudon. So I'm going to switch into my Ambipom to take the Thunder Whip. And then switch into my Togekiss to avoid the Precipice Blades, of course. Once I'm in with my Togekiss, I have a Choice Scarf up. So I'm outspeeding the Groudon easily. Air Slash will flinch him down. Air Slash will completely knock out the Groudon for me. So, I don't know what's broken. Togekiss or everything on his team. But we knock out the Groudon. Then he can send out his Darmanitan next. I gotta sack one of my Pokemon, so I decided to sack my Sunflora against him. Sunflora goes down. Then I'm gonna send in my Typhlosion to Flamethrower, knock him out. Then he can send out his Eternatus. I calc it. Scorching Sand does not do more than Burn Up, so I decided to Burn Up against him. I survived one of his hits, which is fine. Then I'll get knocked out my Typhlosion. Then I'm gonna Fake Out using my Ambipom. I do some damage against it. Then I gotta sack it against the Eternatus, which is fine. So I send him my Sudowoodo. I'm able to Earthquake, will knock him out in one shot as he tries to beam up again. It does not work like that. Then his Yveltal comes out as his final Pokemon. I'm able to Head Smash it, get down to low HP, and then send in my Togekiss, which Air Slash will knock him out. And down goes Gary. and beat the entire game using Gold's team. And now, would I say that's the hardest challenge in the world? No. This is probably the quickest I've ever beaten Radical Red in a long time. Because, I mean, there's no setup at all. I don't get the setup at all. It's not straight to the point where I just set up with a Gyarados and just win. But I could outplay everything. I have so much priority on my team, and I have sturdy Pokemon, which is basically a focus dash, so I could get rid of all the threats. Not to mention I have a Choice Scarf Togekiss, and a lot of my Pokemon are actually very bulky, so I could live a lot of moves. I mean everything is pretty round up. I think this might be the best team we've ever done on these type of challenges, and if you guys want to try this challenge out, I really recommend it. Finding the Pokemon is only the hardest part. Everything else is pretty easy using this team. And yeah, that's my review of this team. Anyways, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and subscribe if you're not already. My name's been Alpha. Hope you guys all had a great day. I'm out. Peace.